Okay, folks, welcome to Vo TV Prime Time Show. Karibuni, 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 karibuni. I can actually see some people are already tuned in. Karibuni, karibuni. This is my chilled out session. Welcome to Rauka na Vo TV Breakfast Show. Welcome. I can see we have Impressives there waiting. Wado is here. Peter Rogers is here. Welcome. Naona kweli mmegojea show ya leo kabisa. Kwa hivyo msharauka pale ambapo mlipo, karibuni. As I usually love running these broadcasts kama nimerelax, kama niko chilled out. Ni mshalala mshaamka, sasa ndio mnakunywa machai, mnakula mabofuro huko. So Jen Kamau is here. Susan Wanjiko is here. Wadoidi is here. Welcome. Wadoidi, you know your assignment. If Jane Cheges clocks in, then we'll do the same thing. But it's a pleasure. Karibuni as we continue to grow. If you're new here, just make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Okay. Let me first of all know where you're watching from. Let me know where you're watching from as we continue. Let me know where are you watching from. On today's broadcast, there are a few things that I'm going to address, and there's a few things that we are going to look at together. Jana nilipokuwa namalizia show ya last night, nilipata ile breaking news kuhusu the one and only kesi ya SHEILA na Mercy Sakimbile inaendelea. And I was able to give you something very exclusive. Remember here at Vo TV, Mombasa. Hebu tuangalie kwanza. Mombasa ako hapa. Nairobi. Tuende kazi Kasarani, this is the building. My boy watching this is Africa in the West Coast. Sandra, Saudi Arabia. Cipriano watching from Saudi Arabia. So everyone, welcome again to the Vo TV Primetime Show. So this, I'm going to cover different topics back and forth. Again, kuna vitu mingi sana ambazo nimekuwa nikikava kwa hii platform, and I'm very content with how things are going here. Farida, Naivasha, Saudi Arabia. I can see my sister Mengia from Lebanon. Florence, I see you. Milfred, Saudi Arabia. So welcome. Again, once you get here, do you know what the first thing you do? Once you clock in, the first thing you do, you like the broadcast. That's the first thing you do. You're just showing love. Show love to Vo TV. Give me some love. Show me some love, man. Come on now. Show me some love. Come on now. So once you get here, the first thing you do, you like the broadcast. If you're new here, just subscribe. And as usual, Saudi Arabia is here. Man, this is amazing. Saudi Arabia. People are spread out. It's great. To me, it's a beautiful thing. So like I was saying, at the end of yesterday's broadcast, I made the announcement, and it was breaking news about SHEILA. na kama vile nimekuwa nikisema, there are things that we are doing on the back end. I don't thump my chest about it. I'm just grateful. I'm just humble about it. The fact that Mike Sonko, we have the channel to communicate with him. I'm able to get information here at VoTV. My sister Beth in Qatar. By the way, Beth, if you get here, make sure my clock in. So God is good. God is good. God is good all the time. Na nikaweza kubreak the news ya kwamba SHEILA amehukumiwa kifo. Na itakuwa through kunyongwa. Those were the exact words. This is crazy, and I'm gonna say something. When I woke up today, because you guys are 8-9 hours ahead of us. When I woke up today in the morning, I received a video. Someone sent me a YouTube video telling me hawa ni wazazi ambao wanalilia watoto wao, msichana wao ambao yuko Saudia asikauliwe. Inaweza kuwa ni SHEILA. I didn't give it much thought, because when I wake up in the morning, I have like thousands of messages and thousands of missed calls and all that stuff. So it turns out that, again, miraculously during the end, as my day was moving forward, I was able to get that confirmation during my live broadcast last night. Many people are watching from South Africa. That's great. Let them come in here. So let me start what I'm gonna do, because again, I have to let me give you some stuff you can work with. Let me give you some stuff you can work with. You guys can you can screen record this, create, remix it, remix it, do whatever, but my sources are always direct. This is VoTV. Yeah, so Saudar, come, hey. KBM. Let me break you down the numbers. By the way, can I say something before I even play the audio again? The biggest viewership on all my platforms in anything is from Kenya, is directly from Kenya. That's the biggest viewership, followed by Saudi Arabia, and then followed by USA. That's how it always works. It's always the whole time I've been here in the diaspora, the whole time I've been in the industry, my viewership is always number 1 Kenya, number 2 Saudi Arabia, number 3 USA. So, okay, so tuanze kazi. Let me make this baby small. And again, I'm gonna shuffle back and forth between different subjects. Wacha kwanza niwachezee video ya, kuna hii video ambayo nilipokea. Let's watch this video together.
Na ukienda Saudi Arabia, hakikisha umeenda na agent, registered agent. Unajua saa hizi kama akina kidogo kuja parliament, kuna komiti mpya imetengenezwa inaitwa the Diaspora Affairs and Immigrant Workers, yenye sasa itakuwa inashughulikia hizo mambo. Hizo ma agency zote zitahave kuwa verified, tujue ni nani anapeleka nani, na lazima ukuje useme mimi kama Jalas agency nimepeleka huyu, nimepeleka huyu, nimepeleka huyu. Hawa wako kwa mkono yangu. Unaelewa? Na pia kuna madem pia utoka tu. Wasi pia utoka. Ukiingia hapo kwa bunge sasa, watu wakiongea, watu wakidiscuss, pia ndio unasikia kuna msitu alienda hiyo time ya kuenda ambi mtu ameenda, ukishanuka huko ndio sasa anaanza kusema mimi kuaga huku, na hakuna hata mtu alikuwa ameambia anaenda. Lakini madem, tafadhali hakikisha kwa umeexplore huku, hakikisha umeenda na agency registered yenye tunaweza jua umeenda nani, umefika nani. Agency lazima watakuwa wamesema Jalasa alitoka hapa akienda kuwa houseboy na ameenda kufanya job ya houseboy kwa Mohamed Ibrahim. Mohamed Ibrahim ndio huyu, unless hivyo hizo licenses zao zote zitatolewa. Hiyo committee inakuja, by the way, Diaspora Affairs and Immigrant Workers, hapa kwa bunge tutaitangaza.
Okay, so watu wa Saudi Arabia mmeshasikia, mmesikia hiyo announcement ya kwamba wana create i department ya diaspora na immigrant affairs ambayo itakuwa pia inashughulikia mambo za kucontrol na kuangalia mambo za agencies. Actually and also it's pretty interesting that Eve Mongai, is it Eve Mongai, is that her name? It's pretty interesting that Eve Mongai is that her name, Eve Mongai? Ameanza kudocument mambo za Saudia. She's covering Saudi cases on the ground. And that's Jalango, the new member of parliament, Langata. So, you know, Saudi Arabia has become a big topic in Kenya now. You know, everyone is jumping on it. Okay, Eve Mongai. Okay, so you can let me know what you maoni yenyu hapo. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Things are step by step falling in place. I said from a long time ago that a time is going to come where, you know, I was saying this 7 years ago, that a time is going to come when the agency, I mean, despite the fact that, you know, we have too much corruption in the country and, you know, they're all connected and everything. We have folks who are in the government who are in the recruitment industry. But I said a time is going to come where we're going to have a structure. Okay. So this right here, again, that's a good move. That's going to reduce. It will help reduce. I mean, have all these distress calls under control. I do believe. My phone, you know, as long as my phone is beeping all the time, napata messages kila wakati, everyone, trust you me, I have some cases here that if I start talking about, hata siwezi nikamaliza. You know, so just know the influx of cases is still there, which is still an indication that there's some work that needs to be done. But it looks like with the new government, you know, things are falling in place. The control is going to get better. Alfred Mutua anakuja Saudi Arabia wiki hii. And talk about Alfred Mutua, there's one thing I want to mention about that trip and my prognosis of what's going to happen. So shout out to Eve Mongai. The fact that she's jumped on these Saudi stories. Nilimwona akiwa kwa airport akiwa na ile familia ambayo ilikuwa inagojea msichana wao. So looks like she, you know, she found something else that she can start also documenting on the ground. Now let's get to the main.
Sasa
okay, now this is the main one right here. Again, this was breaking news yesterday. Nikiwaambia mambo za vile Moses Hakim amehukumiwa kifo. I know you guys are waiting on this one. Now, nataka, I want to make this very crystal clear ya kwamba the confirmation about nilipata is from very clean sources. Shout out to my sister Beth, anakujanga hapa kila kati. She walks in here as a guest. She's in Qatar. And this was Michael Sonko talking.
Sasa nimeongea na Saudia, sasa embassy huko Saudi Arabia, mambo si mbaya ya Masi. Sasa wanasema sheria kule watamnyonga huyu Sheila, lazima alipe gharama, family iandike barua, bila hivyo wanamnyonga. Sheria huko inasema hivyo. So wacha niongee na family ya Masi.
Loud and clear. Hiyo ni Saudia. Ukiua mtu Saudia, si unauliwa. Yeah. Sheila ndiye ameua Masi Sakim, si ndio? I don't have to go back to the whole story. But let the Saudi government let the Saudi law take full effect. I say that and I will stick with that. Nimekuwa nikikava hii story sana. I dug so much information, especially about Sheila. Mamake Masi Sakim amekuja hapa kwa Vo TV. Tumeona mtoto wake Masi. Promise Baraka. Mamake amekuja hapa akalia machozi. Tumelia pamoja. The cousin has been here, Mweni. The cousin to Masi Sakim. What I've uncovered about Sheila, which I've clearly documented here on Vo TV. I classified her as a psychopath, a narcissistic, ice cold killer, murderer. So if Sheila was in America, the first few hours, the first few minutes actually after killing Mercy, she would have been arrested. And depending on which state in America that would have been, because it would have been like a plethora of our accusations. Murder, premeditated murder. She will be accused of attempted murder on Jamal. She would be accused of so many things. And depending on which state. So for example, let's say kama angekuwa Texas. Kama angekuwa Texas, then the prosecution will have gone for her to be convicted. Now I'm playing by the law. Okay. So the Texas state would have said, hey, this automatically let her get convicted. Convicted. And then after that, they should be taken to death row. Now, the difference in America is that once murderers and killers are taken to death row, they're not executed immediately. Hata mtu anaweza kaa huko for 30 years, 40 years. We've seen people who, they put them in death row. Maybe they were even in their 20s or even late teenagers. And they are they're executed in their 80s or in their 70s. Now that's American system. In Saudi Arabia, it's different. So, and based on this is a very, very huge case. So my documentation has to be very, very crystal clear. My source of that information, so that once we now, because people are going to start putting this information out on all platforms. YouTube is going to be remixed on YouTube. It's going to be remixed on TikTok. It's going to be remixed on Facebook. I just want to make sure that we are all on the same boat. Okay. Now, let me give some little training to some of these YouTubers. When you're getting content from VoTV and you're reposting, make sure that you tag VoTV. Kuna watu wanakuja hapa, they'll come here and mnakuja mnachukua, you'll screen record, you'll record this, you'll take this, you'll take that. Okay, na mnajijua. I don't have to mention, I don't have to call out your names. Mnajijua. Mnakuja hapa mnachukua, then you make the mistake when you're putting it on your YouTube channels, right? Like now, come on, if this is my face, like you see, like now the way the screen is split, now I have the double screen, right? So now what they will do is, if it's yangu, itaekelewa majani. Hata naweza ekelewa mandizi hapa. Good morning, Gareti Nyambura, welcome. Hata naweza ekelewa hata wanaweza eka picha ya mandizi hapa. Just to make sure that it but again, I don't care about that, because people know my voice. Okay, so just hashtag VoTV. That's all. I mean, what am I going to start doing? Start chasing you for copyright infringement, and start talking to my lawyers and seeing how we can start drafting these defamation lawsuits, or I mean, not defamation, but these lawsuits for copyright infringement. Okay. What I bring here is original. All my guests are original. All the victims, I bring them here. If I bring diplomats here, that's what I do. So for you, because I want everyone to grow, just have the courtesy of saying, hey, hashtag VoTV, or the source of this audio, or the source of this information came from VoTV. Mnajijua. Right? So, Alista, thank you. Fatma Mengia, my sister Fatma from Saudi Arabia. Chesang Faith, welcome. Again, Madoidi, you have some work to do today in the morning. So again, wacha tusikize, I'll play for the sake of the documentation, making sure that the documentation is right, and to make sure that you get the information right. Let me play this from my song.
Sasa nimeongea na Saudia, sasa embassy huko Saudi Arabia, mambo si mbaya ya masi. Sasa wanasema sheria kule watamnyonga huyu SHEILA, lazima alipe gharama, family iandike barua, bila hivyo wanamnyonga. Sheria huko inasema hivyo. So wacha niongee na family ya masi.
So let me see in your comments. Let's go to the comment section. How do you feel about this? I mean, my Facebook is blowing up. My Facebook, there are like thousands of comments there. But let's run this again. Start. Let's have this communication. Jane Chege is here. Welcome to Vote TV. Jane Chege and Vapoidi, you guys, you are there. You know what to do. Mkona kazi. So, and again, let me actually again announce publicly. I say that Vote TV Network is going to create opportunities for my fellow, especially for my fellow Kenyans, who I know they've worked as kadamas and who are actually in Saudi Arabia or who have worked as kadamas and who understand the pain of working. I mean, what a domestic worker goes through. So I said Vote TV Network is going to create opportunities for 200 people, and that's my vision. And because remember, everything starts with one baby step. So I'm happy to announce again that I have my first two. Wadoidi, welcome, karibu, welcome to Team Vo. And let me also welcome Jane Chege. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm happy for you. We are here. We are servants. Okay, that's what we do here. We serve humanity. We're here to serve humanity. Anybody who want to come and be part of Vote TV Network, you can help. So I'm putting you as moderators. You can help with when it comes to comments, when it comes to replying to what the people are saying. I'm going to start giving you training how to run the website, putting you in the back end of the admin, and showing you how to run different things like emails, all that kind of stuff. Okay. When God blesses you, unainua wengine. Folks, the people who have reached out to me saying they want to support Vote TV Network, people like KBM, you've been very helpful. Thank you very much. There are different ways that you can do it. Here on YouTube, you can, for example, you can use the super chat. Super chat is right there. It's activated. So you can click on the super chat and you can, whatever you want to give. You want to give $2, you want to give $10, you want to give $100, whatever it is, it's up to you. Everything is going to be here this is a broadcasting network. This is not a YouTube channel. Vote TV Network. This is a broadcasting network. And I want this to be like that. So let's keep on uplifting each other. I mean, when God blesses you, unainua wengine. And people know that my heart has never left Kenya. Okay. So I think let me see what people are saying for comments. Sabi nasema Wakenya wasijaribu Wakenya wajaribu kumchangia huyu demu ati tumlipie yeye kuwa mtoto wa wenyewe. Huyu demu wacheni akule kiburi yake, ameua kwa upanga au auliwe kwa upanga. I absolutely agree, Tabi. Wathoidi, this is Africa. Let this be a lesson to all the ladies who are in Saudi Arabia. Absolutely. Wajua kuna kitu moja, there's one thing I discovered about huyu SHEILA. Ice cold killer, a psychopath. He's a psychopath. You know why? Number one, while I was investigating this case and bringing all the facts to the people, she was sending threats. The witnesses who are talking about her character and who are giving me everything, she was sending threats, and they would call. SHEILA si moja. There are other SHEILAs in Saudi Arabia. There are other SHEILAs in Saudi Arabia. There are other SHEILAs in Saudi Arabia. Just know that. They have a clique. They have a clique. Na huyo mwanamke acha nimwambie zile vitu ambazo alikuwa anafanya hiyo nchi, acha nikwambia hata ni vitu hata siwezi nikaongea. But you know this. I have every piece of testimony. Video zako vile ulikuwa unajiuza online, niko nazo zote. Hakuna kitu sina. The only thing, that's my biggest challenge. I don't know where to place them, because I can't. I've done the editing in Asia. If I put them on YouTube, I'll put my YouTube account at risk. If I put them on Facebook, I'll put my Facebook account at risk. My website is the only place, voicesofthepress.com. And you know, we'll see. I'm a tech guy. I'll find a way. But yale maovu huo mwanamke amefanya. Me, all I can tell her is ita Mungu mkutano and repent and confess. And make sure you confess to the mother of Mercy Sakim. Make sure I confess to the son. Mtoto wa Mercy ameachwa yatima because of you. Because of the fact that you could not stand somebody else dating your ex-boyfriend or whatever you guys were doing. You couldn't stand it. And she was very, very accurate in the planning. Alitumia acid. Remember what I kept on saying at the beginning? Why acid? Kwa nini acid? Where do you get so much acid ya kwenda kuua mtu? I kept on asking. At the beginning, wakati niliambiwa mambo za acid, I kept on asking God, why acid? Why? Hey, you guys have seen the expose that I've done. You guys have seen the expose that I've done. The clique they have, wanajita malaya sugu. Who takes pride in calling herself malaya sugu? Who takes pride? Who takes pride like that? Hebu niambieni nyinyi ambao mko Saudia, especially. Someone is asking me, Gentrix, and I was thanks Nelson, always praying for you. Have you talked to any member of SHEILA, I think family member? Because akinyongwa itabidi mwili iende Kenya ama atazikwa huku. Let the will of God prevail. The only way I can talk to the family is if they reach out. At the end of the day, I would like to know, you know, how she was akiwa Kenya. See, I have to look. If I look at something, I always look from all sides. I always look at all sides. So, yeah, Gentrix. If the family, I know maybe they have even reached out at sijaona messages. But if they reach out, if I come across a message from a member of the SHEILA family, nitaleta hapa. Let them help us understand who she is. See where I'm coming from? Mamake Mercy amekuja hapa Vo TV. She has spoken. We know. Mamake alituambia who Mercy is, who she was, the kind of person she was. Alituambia hapa. But let me be very crystal clear that I will have no empathy. Atakiuliwa. hata akinyongwa. There is no, I don't feel anything. She deserves it. She deserves it. She deserves it. Hiyo nitasema kinagaubaga. Nitapatia mfano actually na nitapost hizo picha, by the way. Nitapost, kuna vitu ambazo nitaendelea kuwapostia online, mtaona hizi mambo wa Kenya wanafanya, mnafanya nyi wa Kenya, Kenyans on Kenyans. Sasa ni Mwarabu. No. Nyi wa Kenya. Nyi wa Kenya. Let me, okay, women. Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna ask you a question. Okay? I'm gonna ask you a question. Seriously, is it worth it? Is it worth it kuwa mwanamke mwingine kwa sababu ya mwanaume, ama mwanaume kuwa mwanaume mwingine kwa sababu ya mwanamke? Is it worth it? Let's start from there. Is it worth it? Yes or no? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? That's the question. Let me see the answers. Felista, no, it's not. Not worth it. It's not worth it. Now we've lost, because of this nonsense, we've lost 2 people. We're gonna lose 2 people. Mercy is dead. And the next online, itakuwa ni SHEILA. Because of what? Let's just be honest. Because of what? Because of what? Because of what? 4 kids now 4 kids are gonna be left as orphans. Because of what? Because of what? Because of what? Alafu nyinyi ambao sasa, okay, I understand. Nyinyi ambao mko Saudia. It's a different situation, because now Saudia, kadama, kama uko kwa contract, uko zero grazing, with, you know, it's not like us out here, you know, you can go out there and do your thing, you know, your freedom. I understand. But is it worth it? Na kuna kitu nilisema, and I'll repeat this again. Nyi wanaume wa Saudia ambao mumewekwa na wanawake, listen, I know what's going on, and I'll tell you again. Kama umewekwa na mwanamke kwa sababu Ken boys are making more money than you are making, okay? Kwa sababu these guys, you know, Saudi Arabia, demeweta ngofia siakwa. Skiza. This is what happens. These men are making less money than the women. Because now, let's say the guy is working as a truck driver. You're getting paid 1,500 riyals, but you have to pay for your rent, you have to pay for your whatever. So the expenses are cut down, so they basically are left with nothing. On the other hand, you have the Kemboys who are not working under contract, and they happen to make more money. Mnatengeneza pesa mzuri kabisa kushinda ama jamaa. Sasa nyinyi wanawake ndio mumeweka wanaume. Okay, sasa tunaelewa pale demand ya wanaume iko very high. Okay? Iko very high. Demand ya wanaume Saudia ni very high. Tuko wale. I know that. Demand is very high. And by the way, do you know, like, one reason why I'm saying like they should make these contracts, chukueni the contracts, make these contracts 1 year. Make these contracts 1 year. Make them 1 year. Toko wale. Hii dry spell itamaliza watu huko. I mean, I'm just, see, me, the thing is, me, when I speak facts, I just speak facts. I'm gonna tell you how it is. Make these contracts 1 year. Hata mimi nikaulizwa, make these contracts 6 months. Make them 2 years, make them 6 months. If I was the man in charge, I will put these contracts and make them 6 months. You go, unafanya kazi 6 months, unarudi nyumbani. If you want to extend or whatever, you can extend. It's up to you. Have 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks break. Go back home, see your family, see your husbands. Enda ufanye vile what you want to do. Okay, then you come back and keep on working. Lakini sasa, my fellow brothers and sisters, we are going to lose 2 women because of what? Masi ashakufa tayari. It's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. Another big problem tuko nayo. And by the way, we're going to get to this as my next topics. Breaking news yesterday. But let me come here first. Julia Jerob, thank you. So let me address, I'm going to look at the main topics here. Let's start here. Yeah. Make this contract 6 months. Okay, wacha niulize swali hapa. How many people agree that the contract should be set at 6 months? How many agree? Make it 6 months to 1 year. Don't make it 2 years. Hii miaka mbili inaleta shida sana. Keep it short and such that you can recycle. Thank you, Julia. Alfred Mutua anakuja Saudia. Now, let me say this. There's something I want to say. And I want to give you guys a warning before tuanze kurukaruka huko. Is it good that he's going? Yes. But let me show you something. Let me show you something. See, you cannot solve a problem by having, we be issue there Saudi imekuwa for the longest time, right? Hatuwezi solve hii problem tukiwa na the same players involved. we have to get rid of some players who have been here for years. Do you agree? Do you agree? And that starts from the embassy all the way down. Okay. Now, I want to show you something. Dr. Alfred Mutua, you're going to Kenya. I mean, to Saudi Arabia, yes. There is something I saw. There's something I saw a red flag. Nimekuwa nikidina all these kind of how should I call them? Should I call them human traffickers, or should I call them bonocos, or what should I call them? You know, those who have tried to fight me all along the way. So before alikuwa na meeting na agents in his office, and there's something I want to show you. I saw a red flag. I saw a red flag somewhere. Let me show you guys. I saw a red flag somewhere, and I'm going to show you right now. Give me a second. If we want to have change, we need new faces and we need new players in the game. Okay? Give me 1 second. What's going on here? Come on, man. Okay. The first thing I said, if you guys remember, let me stop this first. The first thing I said, if you remember, kama nakumbuka, nilisema Dr. Mutua, before we went to Saudia, meet with the families of the victims. To solve this issue, you need a lot of wisdom. Dr. Mutua, you're new in the game. I'm giving you some free nuggets out here because I've been here for a minute as a human activist. The first thing you should have done, Dr. Mutua, meet the families of the victims. Wale ambao wanakwambia vile watoto wao wameuliwa, wale ambao wanakwambia mtoto wangu alikuja akiwa mlemavu, wale ambao wanakwambia kama mtoto wangu alikuja akiwa na alama za kuchapwa. That's exactly where you should have started. But you made one mistake. The mistake you made is you called the same agents to your office to come and give you the sweet stories of how beautiful Saudi Arabia is and how beautiful how they make things. I mean, how they run the business and how they run the industry. And then they'll give you they'll tell you the same lies, and they'll say the biggest mistake in Saudi Arabia. And that's why people are being killed, is because of Camboys. That's a mistake you made. That was a red flag. That for me was a red flag. That was a big red flag. Now, stay there and waonyeshe. I'll show you right now. Because my agents nawajua. I know their faces. I've dealt with them. Let me show you something here. Let me show you something here. Right now. Okay, I'm gonna make this baby. Perfect. I make this thing right here small. And I want to show it. So this was his tweet. I have today held a meeting with representatives of employment agents who recruit Kenyans for jobs in Saudi Arabia and other regions. The meeting was informative with complex, mind-boggling revelations and a cry for help. A cry for help from who? A cry for help from who? And then he posted these two pictures. And when I look at these pictures, wacha niwaambie, blood pressure yangu ilichapa 565. Nitawaambia kwa nini. I make this baby big. These two individuals on this picture, I know them very, very well. Huyu mwanamke anaitwa Josephine Morioki. Who knows this face? To remind you, let's go back to the story Beatrice Farogoro. These are the ASMAC people. Undi alifanya ile vita. Huyu mwanamke tried to fight me not to get to the justice of Beatrice Farogoro. I will never forgive you. And God has requested us to forgive each other. The same people in the game. Ndio yuko hapa. Ndio yuko hapa. Exactly what Oidi. Zile vitu Lillian was saying, biashara itaendelea mpende msipende. That one I'm going to tell you. Watu wakufe wazikwe. She's right. These two are members of ASMAC. Huyu jamaa unamwonanga, huyu jamaa unamwona hapa. This guy sends me messages on my WhatsApp like a groupie. What asimwangaliangi? I brought him on my platform once about 2 years ago. Bure kabisa. These are the people who try to coin facts. These are the people who try to lie. They try to do everything. And I will tell you this in your face. You don't deserve to be anywhere close serving humanity, because all you have in your mind is the blood money that you get from the oppressors. You get my point? This for me was a huge red flag right here. Especially these two. Mnanijua, huyu jamaa kwanza huyu. This guy is a clown. This guy sends me text messages on WhatsApp. I never reply. I don't even look at his nonsense. And it's all about Kemboys. Then because he has a bipolar disorder, the next thing he's telling me, Kaka, good job, bro. Niaje kaka, niaje bro. We nani na wao. Bro, wadashigana. This right here for me. Uyu, Josephine Morioki. You made us, mulifanya Beatrice Farogoro azikwe kama umbwa. I will never forgive you for that. the dirty games you played when I was uncovering the story of Beatrice Waruguru. Maiti ya Beatrice Waruguru ilikuwa imewekwa for 11 months. Hamkuwa na any plan ya mtoto wake, mamake azike mtoto wake. Ile kuzungusha mumezungusha mamake Waruguru. Ile maongo muliongea. Even after nilipokuwa napanga maandamano, you are the ones who made, you call mama Waruguru for a meeting, mkamdanganya, you brainwashed her. Now I'm speaking. Those who have been here for the longest time, you remember. Hawa ndio walienda kuambia mama Waruguru wasipatiane mpaka bana ya Beatrice Waruguru, twende nayo maandamano. These ones here, her, hawa kina huyu Burukenge hapa, another one is called Njoroge, ule ambao mlimwona hapa juzi akisema ati the Arabs, they have their own women. So kuona ya kwamba Mutua had a meeting with these guys, that for me is a red flag already. It's a red flag for me. For you to be able to solve this problem, you need to hear from the victims. Talk to the orphans who have lost their mothers. And I've been coming here and nimekuwa nikiwapatia list kama mshasahau. Enda kwa familia za kina Maximilian Muhanda. Enda kwa familia kama za kina Njeri. Enda kwa familia kama za kina Pauline Murugi. Go to all these call these families for a meeting. Lakini you're calling you summoned the same players. Okay, all the time hata nikaanza kusoma messages ambazo napatanga hapa, people are crying for help. Even as I'm talking to you, people are still crying for help. What do I always hear? Hey, my agent afanye hivi, my agent afanye hivi, my agent afanye hivi, my agent afanye hivi. It's you agents. And there's a lot of darkness there's a lot of darkness that has dominated this industry. And you guys know that. And you know that I know that. And I'm the one person that you guys cannot silence. Mumejaribu kila kitu. Mimi walijaribu kila kitu, hata walichoka. They gave up. You have tried everything to fight Nelson Mike Madama Muriuki, and you have failed miserably. And you will never. And I took every stone that was casted upon me, all your lies, the way you coined all the lies, all the pseudo accounts, all the cooked stories, all the everything you've tried. I'm cut from a different cloth. This is Vote TV. Na kama hawa ndio Mutua amesikiza hawa, I know the kind of lies they've coined to him already. You should have called the families to your office. Hii mkutano haikuwa supposed ikue ni atu Mutua with the agents peke yake. No. Do you agree? Wale ambao wana watch broadcast ya leo asubuhi. And by the way, again, welcome to the Raukana Vote TV Breakfast Show. I'm your host, Nelson Mike Madama Muriuki. Like this broadcast, hit the like button, share, and if you're new here, subscribe. Nafatiti. Kama ndio Mutua alipatia nini? alisikiza alafu afike Saudia apate amepangiwa kila kitu kwa embassy, alafu upate huko kuna people like akina Alamin umepangiwa kila kitu, uitiwe sunflower girls hapo. You'll make the same mistake that akina Sanko made with some MPs who flew there last year. Mi sijui. I wake up every day and I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that something is gonna change. And then I see these people making the same mistake over and over again. Get human activists involved. Get me involved. Mulikuwa hapa nikiongea na nini? Niki-interview ofisi ya nani? Ya Grace Muduma. I had 6 people in the office. I was doing an interview with 6 people in the office and they could not answer my questions. They were running around like crazy people. Mko hapa. You guys, you are here. Not one single agent will come and sit here to have a conversation with Nelson Mike Madam Muriuki, because they know once I start pulling these things up, once I start pressing these buttons, once I start putting all the evidence that my database that I have for 8 years, for 7 years, nikianza kuwekea vitu hapa waone, they can't speak. None of you can face Nelson Mike Madam Muriuki on a conversation about the oppression of Kadamas in Saudi Arabia. You cannot. Hamwezi na hamwezani. And you know why? It's a very simple thing. Because I know the truth. I know too much. So the only way you can operate is you use underground methods to operate. You never show your faces. You never show your faces. I like this phrase from Isaac, who's saying it's the same monkeys in different forests. I agree. This for me right here. Let me show you this thing again. Mimi hapa, this right here is a big red flag. If these are the people who are calling themselves the representatives of the employment agency in Kenya, these ones here, we are done. We are done. Na Josephine Muriuki. Huyu mwanamke namwonanga, I repeat, huyu mwanamke nikimwona hivi, and I remember yale ambayo nilipitia juu ya Beatrice Waruguru, na ni mwanamke. Ile uongo walipikia, the way, and actually, you know what, like everything was so perfectly arranged until these people came in the picture. Na ndio waliambia mamake Waruguru ati ukienda maandamano ama upatiane bana ya Beatrice Waruguru, hatutalipa nini expense za mazishi. I was about to talk about that about Oidi. My hope is Mike Sonko, because Mike Sonko is working. Mike Sonko is working. That one I can put my stamp on it. Mike Sonko is working. Really, he's working. Complaints za Kadama Saudia hazishi. And by the way, let me actually give another breaking update. I'm releasing a full report anytime from now of how Moduma international agencies lied about the Anita story. It's coming. Now Grace nego kuandikira. Na gwire. Nitakuandikia. You know how I operate. I appreciate that you came here. By the way, I did a poll on YouTube after people walisikia interview Anita and then listening to Grace Mutuma and her employees, the interview I did with them here. Nikauliza, who did you believe? 94%. 94% here on a Vote TV poll have all said Anita. All of them. I will be releasing my findings from very reliable sources. Na mjue hivi kina Mbogua. Let me give you a perfect example for you to see how this thing worked out, right? I kept on saying, hey, when I was talking with them, remember I was saying, don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. Wanikojolea mguu lakini wananiambia kuna ati ni mvua. I said that a couple of times during that interview, right? See, I'm not stupid. When you're dealing with some situations, like I said, there's knowledge and there's wisdom. I'm blessed with both. Let me give an example. Remember the lady who came on camera? Akasema she's from the HR and her name is Nyambura. You guys remember that? Nakumbuka? Yes or no? Now we're talking. Those who are here while I was running that interview. Do you guys remember there was one lady who came on the camera? Akasema naitwa Nyambura from the HR. The one who choked. He couldn't. I kept on. Aliji contradict like about 69 times. At one point, she even kept quiet. Who remembers that lady? She said, "My name is Nyambura." You remember? Hey, Kabokomide. I think you guys are fresh. You're supposed to be fresh. You mushala tayari. The interview I did with the Motuma employees. Who remembers a lady who said her name is Nyambura and she's in charge of HR? You want me to start? Okay. So I'll give you an example. Her name is not Nyambura. She's not called Nyambura. I know her name. Her name is not Nyambura. I know her name. I know her name. The whole DCI thing. DCI wako hapa, remember? Remember the whole DCI thing? DCI, Nelson, Medamo, DCI are here. You remember? Did you see me chuckle? There was nothing like DCI. You guys were so stupid using your office employees that I've identified on camera with their names. There was no DCI. So I'm doing a full report how everything was faked. It's coming out. 94% of the viewers here on Vote TV believe Anita. 4% are not sure. So much I've known, man. See, don't try to listen. Don't, and I always keep on saying this, man. Don't try to play me in anything. If I look at you and I'm smiling while you're telling me a monkey story, I'll keep on smiling because that's how you play. I just put their poker face. Sabina, welcome. It was a joke. And you know how I do it. Once I get my 10 fingers on this keyboard, it's over. So that report is coming. And let me actually play you something here. Mtaskiza, these are exclusive. Hope I can fast. Someone, a whistleblower, sent me an audio, 36 minutes. It's a 36 minutes audio. And she explains everything in detail. The process ya kupokewa na ofisi. Hiyo inaitwa al something. She sent me everything. She spoke for 36 minutes. Nakwambia mkisikiza, once you listen to this whistleblower report, because I will release it. I will release it. The things she's talking about. She explains everything. Na amesema, justice for Anita. So let me tell you this. The folks at Mutuma International Agency. Grace Wagari, Moduma. Like I call you. You know, you have the same name like my show, Grace Mangari. And I will call you and tell you. You know me, Miss Vichangi. If I come on public record, I will still call you in private and I will tell you. You played yourself. You played yourself. I know everything. I know exactly how they pick up the wheel. Give me a second. I'll play you some bits. Nakwambia, this one right here, what I have, I mean, this whistleblower report, testimony, this is what you see on CNN, New York Times, Washington Post. That's the kind of stuff that you see. Like this is like a major bombshell. Hakuna kitu sijui, my dear. And I will make this thing public. I know everything. Vile mnapokea wasichana, vile wasichana wanachapwa, vile everything. I know every detail. How they run everything inside that office. It's that office she's talking about. But anasema ya kwamba hata hizi ofisi zingine huwa tu ni hivyo. This one here.
Na hope serikali itasaidia Anita kupata justice. Anita namjua.
Let me give you just 5 minutes.
My workmate.
Let's listen. 5 minutes.
Kuongea kidogo kuhusu wakati unapofika kwa ofisi za Saudi Arabia. So mimi nilikuja kwa hiyo ofisi ya Al-Mutahida. Tumetoka Kenya. Wakati tulifika airport, driver alikuwa ametumwa na akakuja akachukua. Kitu cha kwanza, driver alichukua passport zetu. Na hiyo nitaelewa kuzuno, si mtu mmoja alikuwa amekuja kuchukua. And then naweza sema sasa hiyo passport ikichukuliwa lazima utatengenezewa ikama na utengenezewe ATM. Hiyo ni kitu naelewa. Then baadaye after client amekuja na kuchukua, unapewa passport yako. Hiyo ni kitu iko. So driver ametuchukua akatupeleka accommodations. Tukampata supervisor akatukaribisha vizuri sana. So naona ile welcome to Saudi Arabia nini mambo machache mnaongea hapo. But kuna kitu supervisor anatamka. Mjue kwa ground mambo ni different. Sasa sisi tukiwa majadid, sasa wewe unacheka unafikiria tu mengine anaongea kuhusu hali ya weather ama nini.
Keep listening.
So uwezi elewa amesema aje. Kwa ground mambo ni different. Mnaenda mnapumzika. Mnapewa hiyo siku mnapumzika, mnaenda mnalala, ni safari ndefu. My friend, kesho yake after mmepewa breakfast. So sorry to say this, wakati mmefika ni apartment, hizo accommodations ni apartment. Ziko na hiyo nyumba sasa iko na ni 2 bedroom, iko na sitting. Sasa mnapewa nyumba vile mmekuja tu hivi, mnapewa hiyo nyumba yenu na supervisor anawafungia ndani, anabaki na ufunguo. So hakuna kutoka nje, ni mnakaa huko ndani. Asubuhi yake anakuja anafungua, anawapea breakfast. Mnachukua mnarudi kwa nyumba, anafunga mrango, hakuna kutoka nje. Kidogo tu hivi ndio huyo amekuja. Amekuja na ile karatasi ya zibara, ile black, ile karatasi ya kuweka takataka ile kubwa ya black. Na wito wote nawaambia simu zenu leteni simu mnampea. Mnabaki bila communication. So mtakaa hapo either maybe 2 weeks. Na vile kwanza naweza sitaka kusema mimi vile tulienda. Tulikaa hapo 2 weeks. Kuna sabuni na maji hata inaenda inapoa. Hakuna dawa ya meno, my friend, tulikuwa tunanuka. Ile sabuni pengine ulikuwa umebeba kidogo unatumia na wenzako, inaisha, mnabaki hivyo mnaoga maji tu. Nauliza hakuna sabuni, hakuna nini, mnaletewa. Zikikuja tutawapea. So
guys, hicho ni kionjo. I've only played 3 minutes and 41 seconds. This thing is 36 minutes. She has told me everything. How this office, officia Anita, how they operate inside. She has described everything. She has described every supervisor, everybody. I have my notes here. Nikona about 10 pages. I had to take notes. Kwa hivyo mjue hivi. If there's one thing you cannot defeat, is database and knowledge. So I said, okay, it's fine. They said they want to take Anita to court. Let me see where you're gonna start. Lakini niliwapatia free legal advice. Remember what I told them? Don't waste your time. Don't even try. Don't even waste your time. And that's free legal advice. Don't waste your time. Actually, the best thing you should do is you come out and say, hey, by the way, guys, we lied, tried to play you guys. We had some fake DCIs. We had an HR who gave a fake name. We were trying to, all this thing was all animated, Just that's the best thing you can do. 94% of the people who watched both Anita's interview and your interview here on Both TV, 94%, they've all said they believe Anita. And the good thing is everything is on public record. And there's once you hear what the whistleblower is talking about, akisema mambo za hizi masimu, nasikia vile hizi masimu zinafichwa na hizi masimu zinachukuliwa. Man, there's some stuff amesema hata siko nafikiria ati hivyo ndivyo vitu huwa mnapitia kwa ofisi. And by the way, because this is Vote TV, I want to show you, there's something I want to show you real fast. If I can get it real fast. There's something I want to show you. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Hope I can get it real fast. I hope I can get it real fast. Kumbukeni. Oh, niko na copy. I have the copies of the contracts. Zile wasichana huwa wana sign mtu akitoka kwa kafiri akienda kwa ofisi akisema hataki kufanya kazi kwa ile nyumba kwa sababu either ya mateso ama ya changamoto ambazo anapitia. I have the contract which they sign. Na Anita alidescribe your contract exactly. Na akatuambia your contract ya your ofisi huwa imeandikwa na Kiarabu, hakuna pahali huwa imeandikwa na Kizungu. Kwa hivyo kama huelewi Kizungu, Kiarabu, then you won't know what you're signing. Correct? Man, too much. So I have that contract as well. It's 2 pages. All these red flags. All these red flags. Well, like we say in Kikuyu, it's such a shame. And the way these guys, and now coming back to the whole thing na Mutua. Watu ni kama, it's like, I don't know. Okay, can the agents tell us, do you guys take an oath? Do you guys take an oath? Is there like an oath you take? Ya kwamba you will stand and defend each other in good times and in bad times. Wauliwe wasiuliwe. Wateswe wasiteswe. You take an oath and you say, we take the oath and we say, we will stick together for the sake of the money. Morabu ndio analipa. Morabu ndio the fulus man. Yeye ndio anapatia fulus. Who am I talking to? No, Wadoidi. It's 94% they believe Anita, 4% are not sure. So only 2%. And that was a Vote TV poll. That's a Vote TV poll. All I'm going to say is this. Flo amesemaje, zetu zilichukuliwa pia, tutaambiwa ati wanachukua juu wengine hupiga simu wanateseka kwa office, but ukweli wanateseka. Now I know everything. These whistleblowers spoke for 36 minutes. and I'm gonna break it in 3 parts. Itakuwa 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. Hakuna kitu hajaongea. Na ameongea hivyo kudefend Anita. In fact, hata kuna part, there's one part especially, there's a very interesting part akile vile Anita alipatiwa punishment. Very interesting. It's a very interesting thing, man. Ye ure. To wekate. Tafanya nini? Biashara itaendelea. Mwarabu ana pump millions to the Kenyan government. It's a cash cow. And ndio sababu it doesn't matter. Okay, let me give you an example. You know, there was one time I thought, kwa sababu hii kesi pia ilikuwa, it was so big, it was so famous. Story ya Dana Chepkemoi. Okay, you guys, mnakumbuka your story. That story was so big, right? And I also did a very good documentation right here on Bo TV. And by the way, breaking news, I will be hosting the Masi Sakim family. Familia Masi Sakim itakuja hapa Bo TV. So be on the lookout. Mweni ameniandikia right now. So the mother, mamake Masi Sakim anakuja, mtoto wake anakuja, Promise Baraka anakuja, and Mweni will be here as well. So that's coming soon. Dana Chepkemoi, they, not one single agent stood up or stood with Dana Chepkemoi. They all said ilikuwa ni shida ya mwili. I think like she was sick or something, how they cooked it. They never, ever, ever, ever stand with the victim. Kila wakati makosa ni ya either msichana. Even when I had Grace Wangari here, okay, nilimuuliza kinagaubaga, Grace, wasichana wanachapa kwa ofisi? No. Not my business partners. It's on public record. You say that. Ulisema hivyo. Ulisema huwa wachapwi. It's Kenyans who fight each other. That's what you say. It's on public record. That's why I put a disclaimer on everything that I say, because everything that I do, it's on public record. And you actually said you are 180% sure. But the testimonies are too much against you. The testimonies are too many. You can't tell us that all these people are lying. Kama ingekuwa tu ni Anita peke yake, that would be like, okay, give you the benefit of the doubt. But now it's like hundreds and thousands of people who are complaining about the same thing. Even begging you and saying, you know what? Ambia ofisi acha kutuchapa. Ambia Arabu acha kutufanya hivyo wanatufanya. But because these Morabu are the ones who are putting money in your bank account. This is your cash cow. If you eliminate the cow, you ain't got no milk. Alfred Mutua, let me come back here again. If this is all you listen to, kama ndio alikuwa anakupatia mawaidha kama hawa ndio umesikiza, nothing is gonna change. That's a promise. That's a promise. because for them, it's all about the money. For them, it's all about the currency. Let's look at something. Remember, I hosted, man, nimekuwa na so many guests hapa, but there's something, let me show you something here real fast. Let's come back to this here. Unakumbuka Waithira? I hosted, nilimhost hapa na yule msichana huwa anamwangalia, and I even hosted, and the daughter was here. Elizabeth Waithira ni yule, the one who has ni mlemavu. She's operated kila kwa kichwa. She had 3 operations and all that stuff. Let me play. Let me thank you. By the way, thank you KBM, because you sent me that. I had done an interview with the family directly, but I never saw the coverage from Citizen. Let's watch this. Okay, no, wrong one. My bad. Wrong one. KBM is still sending me more videos, but yeah, this one right here. Okay, let's watch this one here. One second. I want this to stay in the picture. The HSF4. Hey, come on, man. KBM, did you remove the link? I want you to just let me give an example about my life. Give me a second. I don't even know this person. Watch Mona. This is my life.
Detectives from the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, the DCI, have rescued 18 victims of...
Hello? Hello? Okay, let's watch this together.
of human trafficking from a house in Athi River, Machakos County, and arrested 3 prime suspects behind the trafficking of victims destined for Gulf nations. However, more families of migrant workers continue to implore the government to assist in bringing back their loved ones, who they say are being mistreated in the Gulf nations. As our Marianne Nyambura reports, celebrations rocked the home of Diana Chipkemoi in Kericho a day after she returned from Saudi Arabia following her troublesome stay there.
Rampant cases of mistreatment of migrant workers in Gulf nations and the horror tales of Kenyans working in Saudi Arabia continue to raise concern among victims and their families. At the home of 44-year-old migrant worker Elizabeth Waithira Mwangi in Heshima, Nakuru, her family is asking the government to assist them in bringing their kin back to the country. The family says Waithira left the country in 2014 to fend for her family of 2, but her 8-year stay as a migrant worker has had her hospitalized over the last 5 months.
Mahali alienda akifikiria naenda kwa mazuri, tena akatubukia ile mbaya zaidi. Sasa huko ni kuteswa, ni nini, hawapei pesa, anachapo mpaka anavunjwa mkono. Dakika ya mwisho sasa, baada ya hiyo miaka yote, nilirudi kusikia amelazwa kwa wodi. Hii mwaka mwezi wa 4 tarehe 19.
Picha zake kwa sababu ya kuwa paralyzed, kuongea ni stress. Mkono mmoja iko hivi.
na hospitali mzima ako peke yake.
She was
Sasa
here.
yeye mwenyewe anasema simkuje tu munikujie. Sasa sisi tunashindwa Kenya, serikali yetu sisi tujashindwa kwenda kumchukua, lakini how do we go? How do we do it?
As Wedera's family seeks to reconnect to their
Okay, so Alfred Mutua, hapa nipongeanzia. This is why you could have started. Go to these families, enda mashinani, enda uongee na wazazi kama hawa, enda usikie yale ambao watoto wao washapitia. I've hosted gazillions of families here on this platform. Hapo nipongeanzia. Don't you guys agree? But anyway, let's still stay hopeful. Tutafollow very closely. Wacha tuangalia kama kuna kadamas ambao wako on the ground ambao wataitwa kwa mkutano. People like Yvonne. People like Yvonne, kwanza ulisikia vile aliongea hapa last night. Crystal clear, giving facts, crystal clear. She has receipts, she has everything she is saying, she's backing it up with evidence. Na yeye mwenyewe ashapitia hiyo maneno. Well, let's see how that goes. Folks, that was Rauka na Vote TV breakfast show. I'm your host, Nelson Mike Muriuki. Nye mushalala, mushaamka, unakula mandazi na ngwashe. It's time for me to call it a day. Thank you very much. Remember, Vote TV prime time shows are live streaming 24 hours. We have a couple of new premieres on the website. We have a couple of premieres on my Facebook platforms, on Twitter, and of course on my YouTube channels. Keep an eye, see what's coming up, see what's there for you, and I'll see you next time. Have a good day. Mashallah.